Greetings, my fellow enlightened individuals, stalwart warriors of the culture war. I am the Lone New Type. I made this channel with the intent of primarily covering the downfall of the Mobile Suit Gundam franchise, as well as the impending death of the Japanese manga and anime industries if they do not course correct and stop bending the knee to American influences. I did not plan to cover Western media on this channel in any significant quantity, as I feel there are many good channels out there already doing just that. However, as a lifelong Doctor Who fan, I simply could not sit back and remain silent about the latest blight on this wonderful franchise, as the BBC continue to puppet its corpse around for their own degenerate purposes. Let's get into it. Church on Ruby Road is the introductory story of the first Black Time Lord to take on the role, Ncuti Gatwa. The episode is written by returning showrunner Russell T Davies, who, in a sad twist of fate, was the man responsible for bringing Doctor Who into the 21st century after its long hiatus. Now, however, he seems hell-bent on being the one to put it to death once more. The episode opens with a shot of our new Time Lord stumbling out of his TARDIS and starting to cry. Oh great, we're getting another whiny crybaby Doctor. Just what everyone wanted. The credits roll and we are introduced to the emotionless plank who will be this series' companion. Ruby Sunday, played by some bimbo no one has ever heard of, is an orphan and is being interviewed about how it feels to be adopted. I'm sure this isn't subtle foreshadowing for hammering home some unwanted plot point. Ruby has been having bad luck lately, as it turns out she's being harassed by terrifying goblins rendered in incredibly subpar CGI. We then have a montage showing various hilarious events transpiring over the span of 3 weeks, culminating in Ruby running into the new Doctor, dancing in a nightclub and wearing a dress? I think from this point we'll be referring to our new Doctor as Ncuti Gatwa. The first black homosexual Doctor, woefully portrayed by Ncuti, then proceeds to ask Ruby if she's been having lots of bad luck, a question he already seems to know the answer to before he just up and leaves. We then cut to Ruby leaving the club with her friends, one of who looks particularly strange. Something about her just doesn't look quite right, you know? Anyway, they get into a cab, and we see Ncuti lurking in the shadows, watching Ruby from afar. Not at all creepy, Doctor. He notices a giant snowman is about to fall on her, so he pulls out his new sonic vibrator. Gee, first a sonic dildo and now this? What are these writers trying to sell our kids? He zaps the stop light to get the cab to move when suddenly a single mother walks into the street with her stroller. Ncuti calls out to her to get back just in time as the head of the snowman crushes him, mercifully freeing us from this woeful incarnation. Oh, what's that? He survived. God damn it! Ncuti then gets put in his place by this strong, independent black queen who don't need no man. You go, girl. We pick up again with Ruby at home, where her foster mother informs her that they're taking on a new kid just in time for Christmas. I'm sure nothing will go wrong here. Oh no, the baby was abducted by goblins! Ruby runs onto the roof to chase after them and does what any sane individual would do and climbs onto a floating rope ladder. It's here where she once again meets Ncuti, who seems suspiciously adept at bounding over rooftops. They both get captured and taken aboard the Goblin ship, where we learn that the first homosexual Black Doctor, played by Ncuti Gatwa, once spent a long and hot summer with Harry Houdini. Oh joy, we're doubling down on this now, are we? The pair escape and come face to face with the Goblin King as his subjects sing some cringy song about eating babies. At this moment, the Doctor and Ruby burst into song too, cementing that Disney truly have gotten their claws into this show and that we are all living in hell. Ncuti and Ruby then return to her flat where, oh no, the goblins have fractured time, somehow, and they've gone back in time to eat Ruby as a baby instead. Ncuti goes back in time to stop them by using his magic gloves to pull the goblin ship into a church tower, impaling their king. The goblins then magically fade out of existence and all is well. Ncuti sees Ruby's real mother walking away from the church but chooses not to stop her and see who she is because we need an epic mystery box. Can't wait for this nonsense to be dragged out ad infinitum. The episode ends with the TARDIS taking off and some nobody side character breaking the fourth wall asking, haven't seen a TARDIS before? Oh goody, another mystery box. I thought Russell T Davies was writing this, not Stephen Moffat. This episode was an absolute affront to what was once a great franchise, just when you thought it couldn't get any worse after the first female 13th Dr. Karen and the first male-presenting non-binary Time Lord played by David Tennant, they hit us with this bullshit! A homosexual black male doctor played by Fruity Gatewa. Unbelievable! To any British people who happen to watch this, I sincerely hope you have long since stopped paying your license fees. I cannot imagine paying for the privilege of being talked down to like this. But that's all I've got to say for now. As I alluded to earlier, the true purpose of this channel was meant to be documenting the increasing wokeness of the anime industry. So please like and subscribe if that is something you're interested in. I will be dropping my first video on Mobile Suit Gundam: The Witch for Mercury in the next week or so. This is TheLoneNewtype, heading out.